So the Google Pixel 4a is the flagship killer. So for $350, you're actually getting a lot of phone. Now, the real question is this a flagship killer? So I think this is a flagship killer because of the fact that it's got such a low price point and it's got features from a flagship phone. For example, pardon me, I'm like a little sick, but I'm still making a video. So anyways, so what I was saying was, this has got features from a flagship phone, like the camera. That is a flagship camera right there. This thing is solid. So here's a couple pictures I took on this phone. Now this thing is amazing, personally. Like, I was personally really impressed with how these pictures came out. Like, I personally think they came out really well, and I was comparing this next to my iPhone 11 Pro, so here's a picture that I took on my iPhone 11 Pro versus a picture I took on the Google Pixel. These are both in night mode, obviously. I actually think the Pixel looks better in some ways than the iPhone 11 Pro, so that's something you probably wouldn't expect to come from me. Now, build quality of this thing, yes. Is it a plastic design? Yes, it is. It is a plastic design, but for being a plastic design, it honestly feels like metal, and when you hit your two fingers against it, it doesn't feel like it's actually plastic. Like, it doesn't give anything. Now, it's got a really nice mint power button. I mean, I don't see what's impressive about that, but it's just a mint power button. Something Google does is they do that. Now, what I also thought was interesting is that Google actually made this display look better than the Pixel 4 with thin bezels. That was interesting with the hole punch. Also, because it's OLED, but another thing that I actually have to say, now the screen brightness, it's not the greatest in sunlight. Now, I threw on a mag glass screen protector, link to that down in the description below. An anti-glare screen protector makes it actually a little bit better in bright conditions, like in the sunlight and stuff. Now, I really love that always-on display. Like, here's my iPhone 11 Pro. I don't have that always-on display on here. Like, so it's really nice to have that always-on display on this that this doesn't have. Now, really excited for that new iPhone 12, though, to come out in October, later this month. Now, there is an Apple event the 15th, obviously, but we're not talking about that. So, that's my iPhone, when I was talking about that. So, this has got a headphone jack, obviously, so most flagship phones did not have a headphone jack. So, I find that really interesting. I think that's really cool that they added that for $350. Obviously, this doesn't got, like, your face recognition and stuff. It's got fingerprint, though, but it's got a really fast fingerprint. Now, Google had their issues with the Pixel 4, obviously, and the Face ID, the face recognition, obviously not working perfectly. Like, it sometimes just let in random people, like, someone has your phone, say it's your significant other, and they would hold the phone up, and basically it would log you right in. So, I think that was something that kind of sucked. Now, I just upgraded to Android 11. I'll do another video about Android 11 on the Pixel 4a, obviously. That's not in this review. But I personally am really impressed with Android 11. It obviously fixes a bunch of things. Now, what I really love about the Google Pixel itself, I really love how minimal it is for like an Android user or like an iPhone user to actually get used to. Now, that's something I noticed while using the Pixel 4a, like how minimal it is compared to like an iPhone 11 Pro or something, which is what I've been using since it came out. Now, that's something I noticed. It's really easy to actually adapt with Google Pixel. Also, I really like how like the whole interface is and the whole Android works on Google Pixel. Now, I actually downloaded Android 11 on that thing. So, it is updated to Android 11. I'll probably do another video on Android 11, obviously a review of it or something, or going over Android 11, obviously. So, really interesting, Android 11. Now, I mean, Google does only offer it in this one color, just black. So, I mean, I do wish they offered it in like a panda color or something. Now, the buttons on this thing are very tactile, as I like to look at cases and say that on. But they are very tactile, so they do feel really good. Obviously, as I said, the display's OLED. It's a really good display. I mean, 1080p, it should be good. It's a very good display. And as I said, what I found funny is that Google made this phone better than the Pixel 4, pretty much. So you can actually pick up a Pixel 4 for like $250, $300, $350, whatever. You can pick one up on eBay for pretty cheap. I'll actually maybe put a link down in the description below. So pretty minimal phone, honestly, and I think this thing is a flagship killer, personally. Obviously, you can't remove the battery, and you can't take out, like, you can't upgrade your memory, but that's pretty much similar on most phones besides Samsung that you can't upgrade the memory, but battery, obviously, you can't take that on most phones. But overall, though, I am really impressed by the Google Pixel 4a. As an iPhone user, that's crazy for me to say, as an iPhone user, that I am really impressed with this. But I ultimately am really impressed with this, because this is a really impressive phone for 2020, with all these mid-range phones like the iPhone SE and the OnePlus Nord coming out. It's like all really interesting to me. As I said, I do sound stuffed up. That's because I'm a little sick. I got something going on. Not Corona, though. No, not Corona. So, anyways, this is a really impressive phone. As an Apple user, I am definitely really impressed. Hey Google, if you want to send out a Pixel 5 when that comes out for me to review, send it out to me. You know who to hit up. So overall, really impressed with this. Looking forward to using many more Android phones, because this phone is really exciting. Definitely recommend picking one of these up, honestly, if you're looking to not spend too much money on a phone. But overall, this thing is worth it. So that's been pretty much it for this video, and like always, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.